Peace and power, peace and power, peace and power. Peace, 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 peace and power to the people to struggle. I thank the universal truth and absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace, peace and power to the people to struggle as you come on in. Know that you're in a safe space. Know that you're in a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that you're in a space for educating and being educated. Know that you're in a space for conversation, comments and concerns, questions and answers, dialogue. You're in a space for building, a space of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay? A space of elevation and enlightenment, a space of love, a space of integrity. Your space, a space where we are building a united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Please keep all funding information, funding hashtags, apps that cash pals that pay unions that are Western, grams that got money. All funding information. Damn it, emails got sent a kite. Damn it, put it on the books. Pass out the collection plate. All funding information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Fund this war effort. There is a war. There is a war. There is a war going on outside. No man is safe from. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until they calling out half of the damn precinct for you because you don't know how to act right. Don't wait until your knees is all scraped up on the concrete because they done maced you and did all type of foolishness. Don't wait until your kids can't stand you no more. Don't wait until your spouse says, listen, I'm sick of this, man. It's too late. Find out what triggers you. Find out what type of strategies you can put together to manage yourself. If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. Stop cutting up. Stop acting up in front of the in-laws. Okay? Stop arguing at the bus stop. Cut it out. Stop beefing in front of the rest of the family, in front of strangers. Get y'all some help. Get it together, like Barry White said. Get it together. Get y'all thing together. Okay? If you or anybody you know is in need of an intimate relationship abuse consultation and counseling, book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you. The behaviors that should alarm you. Okay? Characters and characteristics that should heighten your awareness level. Like, what's with the new silverware? Oh, why that pot still boiling? Okay? Conversations, events, people, places that should have your alertness level on 1,000. Remember, with the information, the life that you save could be your own. Peace and power. What's going on? Not going to be on too long. How y'all doing? Yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah, it's the 15th. Damn it, if you ain't paid yet, it ain't going to be paid. Put it like that. We only have 2 groups that we need to tag for this particular class, but tag yourselves, share it, get the word out that we're in class right now. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay? Somebody tag Charlotte, North Carolina. What's going on, Charlotte? Yeah, y'all been having a few issues. Yeah, y'all been having a few issues as of late. Yeah. Yeah. I follow y'all on the gram, Charlotte. Tag this mother. Tag her. Tell her to bring her ass to class if she out on bail yet. Mariah Hector, come to class. Tag her. Yeah. Tag her. Okay. Who else? Yeah, we got Brian, Texas. Texas. Yeah. Yeah. Tag Texas and tag the O'Fays in Texas. Specifically the Chads. Yeah. The Archies. Yeah. The Jugheads. Tag them. Tag the O'Fays. Tell them to come to class. And tag the melanated folk out there. Again, we all are not kinfolk. We all have different ways of dealing with our circumstances and the conditions of our environments. But tag them, tag Texas. Yeah, tag them. We got to see what's really hood. Okay? That's what we going to do. While you at it, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Tag your classmates. Let them know we here. Time for attendance. What we got going on. Ooh, lovely lady. First in class. God damn it. Lovely lady. And Tiara T. Green and Young and right behind her. Yeah, don't get fired, damn it. Yeah. Okay? Don't get fired. Let's come on now. Philip Boone, we see Eugene. Helene, Camille, what's going on? What's going on? First responders, Canada's in the building. Big arms and all, saving lives. First responder, we see you from the great North Country. What's going on? Hakim, peace. Peace, Almighty D. Haven Enterprises. What up? Excuse me. Peace. What's going on? Park Hill is in full effect. Curly J, what's going on? Andrea Jones, we see you. Rest up. Rest up. We done sent all universal healing and strength to you. Successful operation. Much appreciation for you joining and sitting up in class today. Bushhead, what's going on? 864 TV, what's up? Big Colorado, what's going on? Peace. Uptown Dre, we see you. Will, we see you. Kim Williams, what up? Saul, yeah. Mecca, peace. Mecca, what's good? We see you. Barbara Williams, Barbara Williams, Barbara Williams. 55, Barbara, 55. Yeah, got her. Nina, we see you. Nina Smiles, what's up? Nina Smiles, where's that little mob? Kiss them all for me, damn it. Kiss them all. Hey, Ghoster, what's going on? Peace. CDP, 55, CD, 55. 55 for CDP. Yeah. Kenny's Unholy Grail. Construction Site Media TV. Dow, what up, Dow? What up, North Philly? What up, Lord? Peace, peace. Mr. Gomez, 075, 55. 55. Be original. 55. Be original. 55. Girl. Power, power, girl. Yeah. The Grustler. The Global Hustler. Cuckoo, the Bag of Bones is up in the spotty spot. What up, Cuckoo? Merklo. What's going on? We see you. We see you. What's going on? Uh-huh. We see you, Sean Jenkins. What up? What up? Talk about it. Talk about it. Huh? Hey, Wood, what up? We see you. Huh? Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hennessy, man. You don't know how to speak to your woman? Tell her DM me. Hennessy, man, you need help with that? Tell her to DM me. And you don't have to ask her. I ask her for you. Yeah. You want a little extra action for your little broad? Yeah. What's going on, y'all? Let's get to business. Let's get the business. Okay, we see that they trying to act a little silly already. But that's what you do. You stay on course. That's what we're about. You dig? That's what we're about. So we're going to talk because y'all keep sending it to me, and I keep telling y'all be sending me information, y'all send me memes, y'all send me vids, y'all send me articles, and I keep telling y'all this old and it's dated. And we always have to question why are we getting this information late and why at this point is coming through our timelines. You understand? It's in our algorithms. And it should have been spoke about. It should have been national news. But you know what? It's happening so frequently that they're trying to push it under the rug and not make it national news. Because why? The true nature of the OFE, has been exposed ever since Charlottesville, Virginia. On a global scale, they way out of pocket. So this story right here, this story right here really didn't move me, didn't trigger me. And then when I went deep and I started looking, I see why. I understand why this happened. An Ofe unalived his black common law wife in Bryant, Texas. A melanated woman named Alexis Walls was unalived by her common law husband. Yeah. Clapped her 15 times. Called the police, waited for them to arrive, and confessed and went right on in. And y'all sending it to me, y'all in the uproar. And I'm like, B, they told y'all to get out 6 or 7 black films ago. If you have really been woke and conscious, we shouldn't be nowhere around them. At all. Nowhere. Understand? But again, I'm going to always respect the class because these are topics that you want because we're seeking solution. And I'm telling you, in situations like this, which clearly has all of the markings of domestic violence, batterer maybe, right? All of the markings of it, and nothing happened here. Nothing up until this point. So let's go straight to the article. Now this is from February, okay? Top of the year, February 7th, March, April, May. And we just now getting this. Bryan, Texas. After the Bryan Police Department said a local man had confessed to unaliving his common law wife, a local women's shelter is encouraging those in distress to seek help before it's too late. See? Before it's too late. Before it's too late. Deborah, we see what's going on. Jeff Sparks, what up? Geechee, what up? Listen. Before it's too late. Which is a very, very, very touchy way of framing it. Because we don't know. Somebody could be going through it right now. And it might be too late. And they don't reach out. Okay? Officers with the Bryan Police Department responded to a domestic violence call just before 1 a.m. on Friday to find the man who had made the call, Brandon Dickerson. He reportedly confessed to clapping and unaliving his common law wife and mother of his 18-month-old son. Okay, Bryan, man charged with this following the shooting of his common-law wife. 911 received a dispatch call from a gentleman who advised that he had just clapped and unalived his partner. Our officers responded and located the male on the road, and he was detained. Dickerson said he thought his partner was cheating on him after she began receiving texts from a man Dickerson assumed was her former co-worker. Local domestic violence resources like Twin City Missions, Phoebe's Home, says resources are always available to those who need them. And I tell y'all that every day. Every day. Let's get a plan together if you are going through this. The first steps is to acknowledge it. Okay? However, let's deal with this and why so many people are texting me, DMing me, emailing me, wanting to speak on it. Well, obvious. You writing to me because it's an Ophe, a divine evil, a young Ophe. I believe he was 29. And Alexis Walls is a melanated woman. Now, I always say it. All melanated people are not of the same makeup. How we view ourselves is not something that is a broad stroke across all the country, all the world. It's just not. And many of us don't speak the same language, right? English may be the language. However, the wordage, how we define, how we manifest certain terms proves that we are not the same. Damn, what's up, Rashida? I see you. All right. Do you understand what I'm talking about? When I say woke, somebody just as dark as me that was raised and reared and taught in a different space may actually think that literally I mean woke. And he may say, yeah, hey, yeah, I had a nice sleep last night. Yeah, I woke up on the right side of the bed this morning, right? You understand? You guys know when I say woke, I mean conscious. I mean having knowledge of self. Understanding who the black man is, the original man. Understanding who our queens are, our wisdoms. Okay? Our air lights. Very different. Though we may look the same, our energies are different and how we manifest and communicate is very different. Okay? That's right, the true and living. So now, when you look at her, Miss Alexis Wall, she looks like, an average black woman. So people get alarmed and in a huffy when they have now been given this information that her white common law husband believed she was cheating, so he put 15 shells in her body. That triggers you for various reasons, and it's a triggering that so many of you have at so many different levels. Some women may have been through it, some may have not. Some may have watched it and witnessed it, some may have not. You understand? Some may be triggered because they see Ophes at work and they are, passive aggressive towards them, things of that nature. You dig, Deborah? Much appreciation. Much appreciation. for the super chat. So, however, okay, when I went in and started to, see if this was a legitimate case, and the only way I can verify it is if I'm seeing it from several different news sources. Okay? Now, when I got to a certain name, I'm looking, and in it, I'm seeing what? Pictures, I'm seeing comments, I'm seeing posts. One post is from a best friend who says, "My best friend didn't deserve this. I will never forget you." And I go to the page. And the page, surprisingly to me, is an old Faye woman. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying, wow. Wow. And not only is it an old Faye woman, but it appears that they were having a co-baby shower, that they was having like a co-gender reveal, like they were both with child at the same time. And this is the picture that she posted because this was traumatic for her. She couldn't believe that her best friend was unalived. And I'm saying, well, damn. If I'm looking at it and I'm saying, whoa, hold on. This sister had a old Faye husband and an old Faye best friend. And she was in Texas. How can I feel upset? How can I be triggered and angered and keep it in a space of a racial issue? How? How? Can't do that. She was in the arms of the old faith. She was living amongst them, and it appeared that it seems natural for her as with many others. Florida, certain parts of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. Come on now. North Carolina, Virginia. Come on now. Texas. Louisiana. Phoenix. Cali. A lot of spaces where you would look at people who appear to be us, but yet they don't move and manifest as that and don't have the same belief systems. So I can't be triggered and make it about race. I can only make it an educational piece based on the dangers of domestic violence, the dangers of living with batterers. You dig? Now I know a lot of y'all are hot because of what's going on in this time frame, in this historical moment that we're living through. But they don't conceptualize a life without the old faith. They are in. Okay? They were in. She's in deep. Y'all get me? And you have to open your eyes to that. Because when you reach out for assistance, when you reach out for help, when you reach out for support, and you're trying to figure your world out and you're saying, well, damn, why am I not getting that support? Why am I not getting the assistance? Why are we having such difficulty in our communities? Right? On how we vote, on how we bank, on how we worship. It's because this means little to them. It is not about this when it comes to very important matters. When it comes to matters of life and death, many of these individuals vibrate on an au fait vibe. So they're going to get abused by the au fait. They're going to get spat on by the au fait. They're going to get called nigger by the Ofe. They're going to do whatever is allowed by them, and they're going to allow stuff to happen to them. You get it? Huh? Come on now. Come on now. This is where we at with it. Understand that. Yes, colonizers and all that. So how are we triggered by that? Her best friend, somebody she went through specific life experiences with. Her vision of the world was not conscious, was not woke. Her vision of the world was very much intertwined into Ofe society. She didn't see anything wrong with it. So she loved on him, had a child with him, and however he would have treated an Ofe, he treated her. Okay? Come on now. Come on now. So you can bring it down a notch and start using what we have right here instead of what we have right here. You can't get up in arms and title that and run it through our algorithm. White man unalives his black wife. And take that at face value? No. How can we educate ourselves? How can we get to a solution? I'm telling you, look at the thumbnail. Go research. Look at the Facebook pages. Run her name through. Okay? Right? Alexis Walls, and you're going to see she lived in a white world. And contrary to belief, many people might have believed that she was benefiting from, or she messed with them old face because she thinks she gonna live good. She must got it. Old face must have some money. Some may be even envious and jealous of her, not knowing that the old face is a brute, a beast, Neanderthal. You understand? There is no love in here when you are an Ofe. In here is nothing but darkness. Okay? Destruction. That's what's in there. So how you getting upset if that's what she knew? If that's what she lived among? And it took her out. That's what it is. And he did what they have been doing for centuries. I'm going to unalive this, black beast. And I'm going to wait for you to come and charge me, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. If this was 1665, he would walk right out of the courtroom. If this was 1818, he would walk right out of the courtroom. If this was 1844, he would walk right out of the courtroom. If this was 1903, he would walk right out of the courtroom. You understand? But being that it's 2025, they may pacify the world with the theatrics of a charge, an indictment, a court, a trial, and some meager sentence. Now, he did this with their child in the home. Maybe he'll get a reckless endangerment charge. I don't know. This is Texas. He unalived a black woman or somebody that he can say is black. We don't even know if she would consider herself that. We don't know that. We didn't know her. But somehow the image that's in your head has triggered you all to share and talk and discuss and have this viral moment. Man, I beg to differ. I'm in a different space. I'm rereading. You understand literature, books that I was raised on. I'm getting a firm understanding of where we need to be and where I am. My heart loses empathy all day, every day, because my consciousness has grown and I see and I feel. I need all the empathy that I got for my people who are on a path to having severe casualties. My empathy has to be for those who are of a like mind, so I could really build this army, this nation. I don't have time for the bullshit. I don't feel no ways about that. He hit her 15 times. Okay. It is what it is. She thought that she was in a space of love until it went left. For all we know, it might have been left. For all we know, they might have been high school sweethearts and he been showing signs of domestic violence all along. We don't know. But what I do know is that I am very, very rarely triggered by this stuff anymore. You can't play the black card with me no more. You just can't. You might have did that, maybe 9, 10 years ago. You can't do that to me no more. It's a done deal because I understand that that's how the unconscious move. I understand that's how those who are woke but sleepwalking move. They really deep down in their mind and their heart are washed in the conditions. They are washed in the belief systems and institutions of our enemy. So I don't feel nothing for them at all. Is it a teachable moment in the form of domestic violence? I'm unable to give you that answer without having the particulars because it's different. I can tell you the domestic violence breakdown based on what we seeing with the Puffster and Cassie. I can see all of the 12 levels of which he was able to take control and exercise power over her. That's a classic domestic violence situation. The isolation, the control of the money, the having her participate in her own abuse and demise. All of that. That's classic. But in this particular case with this Alexis Walls, you understand what I'm saying? I don't know. And Brandon Dickerson, I don't know. I don't know. I know I'm not moved by it after doing research, after I'm seeing her best friend. I'm unmoved. Nah, I don't know. I see people all day, every day. I see security guards or, what we want to call it? Bodyguards. I see bounty hunters. Black as me. Working tirelessly until the gristle of they goddamn knuckles for the Ofe. Ready to lock us up. I've seen it on numerous occasions. You can't play the skin card with me. Doesn't work. Okay? Doesn't work. We just went through this, right? We just went through this with what? With the army chick, right? Her husband unalived her in a home with the children there. Reloaded and hit her again. We just watched this. This is a very real possibility when we're dealing with the other side like that. And if somebody is doing it and they're not woke, they're not conscious, they don't understand themselves, and because again, ignorance is bliss. I don't want you to just believe that I named those states and those cities earlier because that's where it's happening. I see it in Flatbush. I see it in Brooklyn Heights. I see it in Crown Heights. Dark skin, brown, shiny, luscious, slim, full-figured, banging ass women with O-face. Proud. I'm like this, wow. Because again, this is how they vibrate. This is how they operate. Alexis Walls, Walls. This is how they operate. I see it in Flatbush. Holding hands, walking down Flatbush Avenue. Deep, too. I'm talking about Flatbush and Parkside. Flatbush and Church. Deep, not giving a damn. No strength. You understand? Franklin and Crown. Franklin and Prospect and St. Mark's. Deep. Black women. You can see the level of smartness and degree on their face. But as far as up here and in here, they don't want nothing from nobody that look like them or vibrate like them. How dare we? So whatever happens, happens. I don't look for that. I have to love who love me. That's the science. I love who love me. I don't force myself on no one. Love who you love. Love who love you. And if it's my people who are woke and who are conscious in a specific space, then that's who I'm here for. That's who I work for. That's who I love. I don't love nobody that's going to debate and argue and bicker about whether or not an old fake can love. Devils ain't got no love. Old timer told you that shit in New Jack City. Devils ain't got no love. Divine evils have no love. They have none. That's why they gave you a book and several books showing you how not to love. Showing you how not to love. The manifestation of their spirituality is not based on love, it's based on fear. Well, you can never hit me with that God-fearing shit. Get the hell out of here. Not if God is divine, not if God is original, not if God is universal truth. Why fear it? It should be loved and embraced. You fear man, you fear devils, you feel evil. That's what you fear. God, friend, get that shit out of here. What are we doing? So, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's for real. Y'all have to stop being triggered by these things. Stop being triggered every time you see a dark person. Stop doing it. You don't know them. You don't. And that's where we at with that. Let's and again, if anybody is in need, okay, of assistance with domestic abuse, or they're being battered, reach out for an assessment, consultation. Trust and believe. It may not happen now. It may not happen tomorrow or next week. But if they doing that to that degree, yeah, they could unalive you real quick. They could unalive you on accident. Never be up in a space like that with nobody. Never be in a space like that with anybody. Okay? It's not right. So now, let's get to this person who, excuse me, who clearly needs some anger management. Clearly. We got a story of this young woman, okay, coming out of NC, wild out of elementary school. Now, I don't know the laws down there as it pertains to schools. Okay? I don't. But I know anything within the 5 boroughs, if you thinking about acting up in the school, on school grounds, in front of kids, that's a felony. It's a charge. If nobody else told y'all, I'm telling you. Any threats or hands-on of a principal, any administrative staff, a felony. Your ass is skipping Rikers Island straight up north. Guarantee you that. Go to these schools with calmness if there's an issue. Don't act up on school grounds, yo. Don't act up. Okay? Your ass will go to jail. I'm telling you something that I know. Now, I don't know what's going on in Charlotte. I don't know. The South, y'all real loose with a lot of things. Y'all real loose. But this sister went up and acted a fool. She went up to school, acted a fool to the degree of which that they mobilized. Okay? Ambulances, extra cars, got the damn airborne chopper unit, because her ass just was cutting up. So let's go. Parent chokes school staff at Randolph Middle School and was arrested. Police arrested 33-year-old Mariah Hector on May 5th, 2025. The mother, upset over a fight involving her daughter, allegedly assaulted both the school principal and an area superintendent, triggering a full school lockdown. Your ass going to jail just for the lockdown. Or they going to at least make you pay for it, Mariah. Okay? According to court documents, Hector and several family members arrived at Randolph Middle School, located at 4400 Water Oak Road, after her daughter called following a school fight. Okay? Witnesses say Hector became irate when asked to leave by school employee Michael Smalls. Instead of complying, the parent chokes school staff, literally choked them. The report says Hector shoved Principal Jennifer Schroeder into the wall and then placed both hands around Area Superintendent Jennifer Dean's neck, attempting to choke her until other staff members intervened. God damn it. God damn it. Get her off me. Dean reported difficulty breathing and had visible injuries to her neck. See? You see? Yeah, okay. Both Schroeder and Dean are Charlotte Mecklenburg schools employees and were actively performing their duties when the assault occurred. That's to add extra meat to the charges. This wasn't something that was outside of the school. This wasn't after hours. This was during their duties. Performing their duties as school employees in Charlotte Mecklenburg. Okay? Yeah. The violent outburst disrupted school operations and forced the campus into an emergency lockdown. That's to beef up the charges on her. I don't know what people be thinking about. Seriously. Okay? Seriously. Now, from the names, we could assume that the principal and the superintendent or whole phase. Maybe, maybe not. We got to do a little bit more research for that. I didn't have time because, again, I got to earn my keep. But, hey, this is the letter that went out. Good afternoon, Randolph Middle families. This is Principal Schroeder. I'm reaching out to let you know that during yesterday's lockdown, law enforcement made 2 arrests. This bitch choked me. While I cannot discuss details of this incident, please know that students and staff were kept safe throughout the day. I wanted to let you know this additional information about this incident, as you may see this in the media. Okay? Today, out of an abundance of caution, we do have additional security on campus. The safety and well-being of our students and staff remain my number one priority until we get this bitch in jail. I encourage students to report any issues or concerns either to me directly or anonymously through our Say Something app. So this kid's got a snitch app. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So she went up there, she acted a fool, and got whoever came with her arrested too. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now. Now, she is not unknown to law enforcement. In late February, cops were called to a home in East Charlotte due to a destruction of property call. When police arrived, they discovered that Mariah had destroyed the walls of a home and vandalized the property. Police say that Mariah was under the influence of drugs. Mariah Hector, 26, was high on ecstasy pills and marijuana when she was arrested for trashing an East Charlotte home. So she a custody that need anger management and got kids and acting crazy in the street. So how can woke and conscious folk help that? Right? She needs a whole overhaul. Okay? That's what it is. She choking out staff. Couple of months back, she destroying homes. In 2025, she's still taking pills and marijuana. This is a mom, though. This is a mom. Same mom that she might be in the club shaking a tail feather. You see the thumbnail. She's a little terror. But she raising kids. What's going to happen to the kids? You think the kid's going to be conscious and woke? Yeah, Moo, look at the thumbnail. You see her face? You see her body? Yeah. Yeah. Cutting up, carrying on. But we supposed to save that. We supposed to believe that we can vote and that's going to go away. We believe that the old faith going to give us resources to help that. That don't work like that. We need extensive programming, extensive work, commitment, task. That's what it takes for liberation. That's what it takes for people to understand their world. You have to allow them to be literate so they can what? Name themselves, claim themselves in the eyes of what we got going on. I had to do that. That is the only way you become woke. To really have not only knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of self, but to see a clear path and ways and discipline to manifest in that light. If not, that's the regular. That is what has been built. That is centuries, right? Of conditioning, of believing in what the old faith say we are, who we are. Programming, teaching, poor educational systems, poor spiritual beliefs and doctrines. That's what we get. People will get easily triggered, easily frustrated, and don't understand anything. But they're high and enraged. That's what we're dealing with. So miss me with all this. All we got to do is be this. All we got to do is be that. That shit don't work for a few. Right? A minimal few may be able to pick up a book and read and see themselves in the book and see how the world is moving. Minimal are able to snap into a woke presence. Very few are going to wake up and walk directly towards being liberated and act in that. Very few. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with black women who have no problem sleeping with the old face to the degree of which that they could get unalived at any time. We're dealing with these people here. At 26, she probably got Glorilla in her ear every day. And she's going up top, upstairs and choking principals and superintendents and fighting in front of the kids. This is what we working with on a regular basis. You think that is going to support me? You think that is going to listen to me? No, it takes conditioning. It takes help. It takes my people to put me in a position through their help and resources and high visibility and say, yo, listen, this is what we have to do. We got to organize, move in this space. The more yours who understand rock with you, you make them fold to the rest of that. But we got a long way to go. We do. A hell of a long way to go. Okay? I'm telling you, living proof. Right here. Very hard way to go. Okay? It takes a divine mind to know. Much appreciation, Deborah, for the super chat. Yes, it does. A divine mind. What is divine? Anything that is holy, sacred, or pure. You have to think. You have to manifest. You have to see it. You have to see it. What did Neo say? Yo, it's like I can see them. I can feel them. Once he started being able to see it, you got to see your life without old faith. You got to see the productivity. You got to see the boundless potential of a life free from chains, free from stagnating institutions. You have to be able to envision it, believe it, and go get it. Cannot keep running back to them for the final answer. Don't work like that. You can't keep submitting to them. You're not submitting to who you believe is your higher power. You submit to them. You submit to their tax breaks. You submit to their employee application form. You submit to their lending policies. You submit to them and their view of who you are. That's going to get you nowhere. You dig me? Come on now. Come on now. What I say on a regular. Won't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. I believe in you and how you understand to manifest yourself. You have to figure it out. You got to push. This is something that we have never ever seen before. So it is a struggle, but you got to welcome the struggle. Welcome it. Welcome the hate. Welcome the disbelievers. Welcome all that shit. It's going to make you sharp and hard as steel because you see yourself. You see your greatness. You see it. You feel it. You walk it. Don't let nobody tell you that it cannot be done. You could do anything up under the umbrella of Ofe and his shit. You could do anything. They'll gas you up. You can be the crypto king and queen. You can have all the real estate deals. You can become a damn 9-time all-star veteran point guard. You can be all type of shit, but when you ask them, can I get rid of these damn old face? Now they get all type of brain farts and bullshit. You short circuit their whole mainframe. That's problematic, man. Nobody should ever convince you that you can't be all that you were destined to be. Mother effing Ofe. You are God in manifestation. But you gotta believe it, feel it, and walk it. Again, I really dislike shortening my class, but I'm telling you, man, if you knew what I was going through on a regular basis, you would know. I got to again hustle, get clients, bustle, move here and there. I got a meeting that I have to go through in the community. If it's not today, I believe it's tomorrow. So I got to position my time right. They're talking about the education in our school district, and it's look like some political bullshit, if you ask me. Because I know most of the principals throughout the district, and they're hard workers. Okay, so I'm going to have to cut short. I got a lot of little moving to do with limited things, limited resource to do it in. So I got to move around and stuff. You know? Oh, y'all can call Free Diddy all you want. And if he come home, I hope you ready, to give him a welcome home party with your own special brand of baby oils and lubes, Hocus. Yeah. Berlin. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, I hope you ready. Okay, you sure it's cleaning. All right? Yeah. You did? Yeah. All right? But as always, you did. Be safe. Travel safe. Much appreciation for my classroom assistants that held it down, to those who funded the war effort. Much appreciation. You dig? Much appreciation. I think I still have a little bit of. No, I don't have any more cosmetics. There's some other items that was donated that I got to deliver into the neighborhood. Um, I got rid of boxes of soap, toothpaste, um, and other cosmetics. Man, it took me. I thought it was gonna be one, two, three, but hey, it was so much donated by Shanita Jones that I had to get it out, and it took. Man, literally 3 trips to 3 different uh NYCHA developments, housing projects, to get it out like that. Massive stuff. So, um, I got some more things. My trunk is always full with stuff that I have to donate and help out and push through. So, to those, who's consistently donating and, funding the war efforts and stuff, much appreciation to you. If you trucking, if you out there on the road, you dig what I'm saying? Boom, boom, DM me. DM me for the address, okay? There's 2 addresses. One of them is at one of the offices, and the other is a building that we use. Okay. Yeah, my truck is get to your destination safe and back. Okay. There's community gardens in the east. I'm not familiar with who is actually in charge. There's 2 or 3 different organizations that have them in little pockets. But there's quite a few. Quite a few. Okay? Quite a few. You'll be surprised, and that's just in East New York. And I found one that I was passing by on a regular and didn't even know was a community garden until recent. So yeah, I just seen one. I think it's on Liberty. I was like, oh, they got this one in the cuts. You dig what I'm saying? So, it's a lot. There's a lot that people can do to ease the burden on some. I don't know what is in, excuse me, what they're growing in these spaces. You understand? But, like as always, the funding is what it is. We have to not believe that we know what people need. We have to literally be out there and ask people. That's the true revolutionary process of political education. We have to be out there. You can't assume. You have to know. You dig? You cannot assume. You have to know what people need. You dig? So as always, funding is always right there. So you don't even have to worry about that. All right. Well, fresh produce is not always attainable. For real, for real. These are not large gardens, And contrary to a lot of people's belief, everybody can't eat everything, right? Some people say, oh yeah, eat oranges, packed with vitamin C, good for you. My sister is literally allergic to citrus. So you just bodied her. You dig? Like, again, everybody has certain ideas and thoughts of none of us, we all move and vibrate differently. The only thing that we really need is to get rid of these damn old phase. And nobody wants to sit in that pocket and have that firm understanding. Because without them, then we can figure it all out. We can have a brand new way of how we barter and trade. Okay, we can have a whole way new that we secure ourselves outside of what policing is. There's a lot we can do, but you can't do shit when the oath is right there. Nothing. And that's what all people who fight for their freedom and liberation know. You got to get rid of them. Just that simple. Then the mind will move in a more harmonious space among each other. So, know where you at when you come here. I don't bullshit. No cookie cutter shit here. All right? All things are possible without your enemy. So on that note, once again, make sure you come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Again, to those who funded the war, I feel much appreciation. Those who didn't, we know why you're here. To the trolls, keep coming, keep trolling. You will never disturb the class. Nah, because I don't have time to play. I got to get busy and eat and find different ways. Again, I'm not on nobody's salary. OFAs don't pay for me. Nah, ain't none of that. None of that. Okay? Truly independent. All right? So I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Okay? Huh? I will see y'all when I see y'all. And somebody try to sneak their ass in class. Somebody try to sneak their ass in class. Peace, Sha. What up? What up? Strictly Bar Talk. What up, Sha? Yeah, what up? I was just talking about you too, Sha. Yeah, I was just talking about you, man. I seen some contest, some dude going viral on TikTok about $5,000 bar contest. So yeah, get that money, Sha. Get that money. Hit me on IG, and I'll see if I can find the video and send it to you. All right, what's going on with you? My comrade. I got a lot of comrades. We was at that special school. Good solid dudes. You dig? Yeah. Somebody snuck in class. I can't see right now. I'm gonna find y'all name. I'll see y'all later on. I'll catch your ass and give you your 55 later on. Sierra, I see you, Sierra. Nah, I wasn't her. I'm gonna find your ass though. And when I find you, you gonna have a fat 55, damn it. Yeah. 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 Do you accept clothing and kicks? I used to, take sneakers and all that, and oddly enough, I was out there, finding different groups of the migrants. First it was, the influx of the Latins, and then they got real beside themselves. So it was definitely most of the African migrants who weren't getting anything. And I was, hitting them with sneakers and stuff. But it gets a little funny style. It definitely does. It gets a little funny style with that. So, like I said, DM me on IG and we'll figure it out. Okay, not them South African refugees. Nah. They ain't getting a shit. They getting nothing. Not from us. Not from this class. We don't do that. They got the red carpet and all that. They going to use those as a tester. That's the new colony. They're going to be colonizing. They're going to try to implement what took place, okay, with the Pilgrims and Columbus. This is what they're going to do. They're going to allow them to reestablish something over here. That's what they're hoping, to whitewash everything that's going on over here, to give it a different look where it is totally, on some apartheid shit. This is what they're making an attempt to do. So if y'all don't think that y'all going to have to put in some necessary work, then you're fooling yourselves. I'm telling you, don't get triggered and all upset. Just have an understanding that, yeah, we're going to have to get dirty. We're going to have to get busy. That's just what you're going to have to do. Because you cannot prevent what they're doing. They're going to throw it in your face. Look at what the South African refugees look like. Look at what they're going to get. Look at what they're doing with their opportunity. It's going to bother you if you allow it to. I'm saying concentrate on you. Believe in each other. Pour resources into each other. Build each other up while we are pulling away from these institutions, and it won't matter. And if anybody transgress, do what need to be done. You dig? Yeah, that's where it's at. But if you're not giving to your own, especially those who are out there working and educating and showing people the way, what sense do it make? You can't get angry and upset and you're not doing. That don't make sense. You have to do. You gotta create your world. You gotta build your manifestation of who you are. Can't do it and don't. Come on now. You dig? No, it don't work like that. You have to make it happen. Just like the Jehovah's Witnesses, they make it happen. Get out there, they sell them goddamn watchtowers. They don't give a damn what you think. And they put it right back up into that damn establishment. Y'all don't. Especially conscious and woke folk. They got some funny shit going on with them. And it's always going to be to their demise. Always. Always. Oh, that is always their demise. That's why the BLA had to be formed, because they had to go get busy and keep things funded. And they didn't appreciate that. Black folks allow them to get chased out of the country, to sit and linger in jails for 5 and 6 decades. These were individuals putting in work for their people. That's just what it is. So I know and understand that. I know and understand that. You will not martyr me. Won't happen. The minute the squeeze come and I have limited, I'm on fumes as far as resources go, I fall back. I'm not no martyr. You won't Khalid Muhammad me. Won't Mutulu Shakur me. Won't happen, baby. I'm gone, getting low. And I wouldn't care who hard get hurt, because I'm trying to show you the way. You dig? And on that note, 55 gang, get y'all grades up.